Welcome to Deep Thought. We are spirits with bodies. You know what? And this is a bit of a follow-up to the podcast I did on energy, right? This is a bit of a follow-up on the podcast I did about energy. And often I think a mistake people make is they too focus on their bodies. They think they are their bodies. Your body is a home. Your body is a home. Now, one of the things, as y'all know, I don't promote a particular spiritual path, right? I don't. Or religious path, that's yourself. But one thing everybody can agree on, right? You know, when this body, unless you're just an atheist and think this is it, most people, they're gonna think, all right, when I pass away, this spirit is going to go on to another place, right? This spirit is going to go on to another place. So if you think in that way, you got to realize, okay, that body isn't who you really are. It's just a house for what you are. And it's a powerful perspective when you understand that, because then you don't get caught up into the imperfections or the supposed imperfections of your body. Because you get people, they don't like their height, they don't like their look, skin color, hair, all of that. And people get too crazy over that, right? But I'm like, no, you're a spirit. You're a spirit. It's just a house. Now, you want to keep the house up. Oh, you definitely want to keep in your best version. But at the end of the day, it's just a computer. It's like the computer. Like, you can get a thing like a monitor, hard drive, and everything. But then, what kind of operating system is it on? Is it on an old Windows 7 or very old Windows 7, or is it on a Windows 10? And your spirit is the operating system of it, of your body. If you look at it like that, you're like, well, wow, I can do it. In fact, I'm going to hit y'all with something deep, since I talked about the spirit with the body. If you want to change your body, you have to change your spirit. Because your body will follow along with your spirit. People think it's just DNA and everything, but, you change the spirit, whatever. Like, when I see people, I'll give you an example, weight loss. A lot of people do a lot of stuff to deal with weight loss. They go on crazy diets. They work out like crazy, and they can't figure out why. They might get temporary results, but then all of a sudden it pops right back. Well, the secret to changing the body is to change the spirit. That's why when you get some people, like, they'll have a permanent weight loss, and I'll say, okay, so what did you change? And they don't think about it at first, maybe, but they'll just say, I just changed my attitude, right? They just changed their attitude. In fact, I'm going to tell you what. That's why in some metaphysical disciplines, somebody can look at your body and tell you what's going on with your spirit. They can tell you, or they'll say, oh, okay, you having back pain. Or, like, say you having, like, leg pain or feet pain or something. And they might say to you, oh, how's it going out here? It's like, it's tough and everything. I'm trying to move out on my own. They'll say, oh, you're having trouble standing on your feet. Or if you're having back problems, is what they say, backbone. You might have to work on developing your will, right? Or in some positive things, if you got you got well-developed, if it's like a woman got well-developed breasts, she might have a well-developed nurturing nature. Because what do you do with the breast? And I know it might seem abstract, but remember, it's the spirit, it's the operating system. Because, okay, if that body, like, so many people identify with the body, but if you take out the spirit, what happens to the body? It dies. It stops right there, right? So you bigger than that. But see, a lot of people, they get caught up. They think they are their body. They think they are the house, and just like, no. Like in real life, here's a example somebody might understand, right? Think you got two homes, like they built in a subdivision, right? You got two homes. They have the exact same specifications, everything the same. But if you go, and just like the example I used in my previous video, you go in one home, one is dirty, it's a pigsty, you know, got bugs crawling all over the place, right? But then you go to the next one right next door, and it's immaculate, it's clean, you know, it got a good energy. Like in the other one, you got bad energy. But see, that's the spirit. Now the houses are the same, so you can't say, oh, it's the house. It's like, no, it's the spirit inhabiting. It's the same thing with people. It's the same thing with people, right? It's about their spirit. We are spirits with bodies. In fact, I'm going to tell you, on a deep level, when people connect, it's really the spirit. That's why, and see, sometimes that's why you get some people, they might not look the way society think they should look. But then you perceive them as beautiful. That's because you're perceiving the spirit of it. It makes it beautiful. You know, it's behind what adorns the body, what keeps it in shape. You know, and it's like when you understand that, then you get beyond the material. You get beyond the material. All of a sudden, you thinking on another level then, and then you seeing stuff on a different level. Like we have, I'm gonna tell you what, when humanity truly advances, like humanity isn't advanced now. We got a lot of toys, but those are machines. Machines break down. And, you know, they're only as good as you use them. And it's like the analogy of the house, you know, how you use them, right? They are tools. But if we really advance, we'll get beyond the outer shell. Yeah, it looks nice. Shit, it looks nice. Ain't nothing wrong with admiring it. But understand, yeah, it looks good, but what's the spirit behind it? Like some mature people, right? I use guys because, yeah, you know, some guys will say, you know, like on my main channel, you know, I've talked about, you know, beautiful women and stuff, but I've had guys come on and say, you know, that's cool, but I'd rather know what's in their head. They get it. They get it. Because ultimately, it's what's going to connect a human man and woman is their spirits. That's why sometimes people can't figure it out. They be like, I look good, and I got this, that, money, credit, all that. And they can't figure out why they have trouble with mating. That's because you trying to mate with the material. You trying to mate with the body. It never really works. But when you mate with the spirit, boom. When your spirits connect, that's ultimately what it is. That's tough, though, because, you know, I like a big booty. But then at the same time, some of the women I've gotten along with in life best and I'm fondest of don't have that. You know, I have a good friend now. And see, to me, her spirit is so beautiful, but if you just look at her objectively, she don't have a big butt dump. But she's probably the most beautiful person. I just love being around this person. I love just hugging this person, right? Because her spirit is just so great. And nobody would call her a fashion model or anything like that. But like I said, it's one of my favorite people in the world, like the planet. Like, do anything for her. It's not even a romantic thing, but her spirit is so gorgeous. It's incredible. It's incredible. I have nothing but admiration and love for her. But it's a spirit because it goes beyond just the outer shell. All right? It goes beyond it. And that's the thing with going through life. Ultimately, people have to develop their spirit because the body's going to change. Like physically, you know, some people say I look good. Some people don't. But my body isn't the same it was 5 years ago. And it probably won't be the same 5 years from now. But the constant is the growth of my spirit. Right? Because I already know I'm trying to develop my spirit. I'm trying to become a better person constantly every day. And everything else is just an outgrowth of that. Right? You know, and really my body will reflect that. Boom. So anyway, just always remember that going through life, we are spirits with bodies. As always, something to think about. Peace and blessings.